Today's dish, we have cinnamon rolls. These are super delicious and the recipe is so simple and very easy, so stay tuned if you're interested and enjoy. In your large bowl, you want to go ahead and add 1 cup of milk, and then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of butter. So you want to go ahead and melt this in your microwave for about 30 seconds, just until your butter is nice and melt. You don't want to make this too hot, otherwise you'll kill your yeast that we're going to add next. Alright, so my mixture is all nice and melted, and here I have a package of instant yeast, and what I'm going to do is just open this and sprinkle this all over on top of my mixture, and I'm going to let this activate for 10 minutes. So it's been exactly 10 minutes since we let our yeast activate, and this is basically what it looks like. So now we're going to go ahead and add our salt, and this is 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of white sugar. And we're going to go ahead and whisk this together now. So I'm just going to whisk this for about a minute or less, 30 seconds to a minute. So after I'm finished stirring, I'm just going to go ahead and gradually add my flour. And then you want to whisk or stir as you're adding your flour. You want to gradually do this because you don't want to do too much at once. Then we're going to mix this in. Your dough will eventually start to get nice and sticky. You might notice an odd smell. That's just the yeast. There's nothing wrong with your mixture. You just continue doing what you're doing. Okay, so you want to make sure that your countertop is clean, and then you just want to sprinkle a little bit of flour, because we're going to transfer our dough over now, because you want to knead this. And then we're just going to begin to knead our dough, almost like you're making dumplings. You want to knead the dough with your palm. So you just want to continue kneading that, and as you can see, it's starting to form a nice sort of perfect dough. And don't worry if it's a little bit sticky, that's exactly how you want it to be. You're just going to knead that in, almost like you're making pizza. Look at that. Looks perfect. It's still a little sticky, which is good. In a clean bowl, I'm just going to add a little bit of oil. You can use any oil you have at hand. And then you just want to get this all over your bowl. You want to make sure it's all up in there. And then you want to go ahead and add back your dough right in there. And then if you have any kind of plastic wrap, you just want to put some plastic wrap over this. And you want to put this in the warmest place possible. So it could be in your oven that you preheated for like maybe a minute and then turned it off. And then you want to leave this for about 1 hour to 2 hours, or until your dough basically doubles in size. So I'm going to cover this with a cloth now, a kitchen cloth. I'm going to place this in my oven for 1 hour. Alright, so it's been approximately 1 hour, and as you can see, our dough has definitely risen and it's more sticky and moist. Look at that. So what you want to do now is just take your dough. So here it is, look at that. Nice. Very nice. So you want to take your dough now, and you just want to sprinkle a little bit of flour right onto your countertop, because now we're going to go ahead and roll. If you don't have a rolling pin, you can get one from your local dollar store, or you can just improvise and use something at home that's around this shape, like maybe a bottle, one of those oil bottles or a juice bottle. So now we're going to go ahead and roll our dough right out. So I've rolled it into as nice of a rectangle as I could think of. And this is the same way that you would make pizza as well. So this is my shape, my ghostly rectangle. But you just do the best that you can. Alright, so in a bowl you want to bring together 1/4 cup of white sugar and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. And then you want to mix this together until it's nice and smooth. Remove any lumps of sugar that might be in it. You're going to mix this together. So after you finish rolling your dough now, you want to melt 3 tablespoons of butter and brush your dough with it. If you don't have a brush, you can use your hand, or you can just buy one from your local dollar store. They're just $1. So I'm just going to take my butter and just brush it on. So once I'm done that, I'm going to take my cinnamon and sugar, and I'm going to sprinkle this all over. So you want to make sure you get that all over this. So you want to sprinkle all of this. Try to get it all over as much as possible, as evenly as you can get it. Once I'm done, you want to go ahead and slowly, tightly roll your dough, because you want to create that cinnamon-like look. And then we're going to cut these once we're done. So you just want to slowly roll your dough. Slowly and tightly, as firm as you can. Slowly, take your time, no rush. So once I'm done rolling with my bread knife, I'm just going to cut. And you can cut these as thick as you want. You can see there's that cinnamon look for you already. And then you want to add this to your baking pan. Alright. And then you just add it. That looks beautiful. And then you just want to continue doing that until you're all finished. So after you're done, you want to brush your remaining butter. This is optional. Just brush your remaining butter onto them. And then you want to let these sit and let them rise for about just 5 minutes or so, until your oven's fully preheated or hot and ready to go. And then you pop these in, and you want to bake these for about 25 to 30 minutes. So make sure you set your timer. And then you're all done. So we're going to put our cinnamon rolls to bake on 350 degrees, remember, for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then you're done. Alright, for our icing now, or frosting, you want to add 6 tablespoons of margarine. You want to go ahead and add 1/4 cup of cream cheese. Next, you want to add 1.5 cup of icing sugar. So you want to add a pinch of salt. Alright, so we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And you want to put this in your microwave and let it melt, and then mix it all together. So once everything is melted, you just want to whisk this together or mix it together nicely until you have a nice glazed icing. And then we're going to go ahead and add these onto our rolls.
Alright friends, so that is the end of the finished dish. Be sure to try out this recipe. It is very delicious and very simple and straightforward. You won't be sorry. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you for the next dish. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.